Hi, I'm Melanie from Nova Scotia, Canada, and this is Adventures in Groceryland. I've just recently come off a $23 grocery budget challenge where I was spending $23 a week and accumulating the leftovers at the end of each week to show that you can build a small pantry on a very minimal budget. I did so well and I accumulated so many groceries that at approximately week 6, I also started feeding another household member for that same $23. I didn't add any extra into the budget. We did that for 13 weeks and I had accumulated a lot, especially freezer supplies, pantry supplies. I was attempting to keep all of the groceries separate from the household groceries that I already had from a lifetime of accumulation. And it was just getting extremely, extremely difficult. We live in a very tiny home and it became its own complication. So after week 13, we finished. We are now completing or I guess last week, we did under $5 to top up, under $5 cash, and full access to the entire house. We continued on this week as well, but halfway through the week, we are away. We have some family that have come to dog sit, and we had purchased some items in particular when we asked them, what would you like? Thank you for looking after the dogs. Is there anything in particular that you were looking for? And you'll be able to see what those items were coming up and what they asked for in particular, which really wasn't that much. And then midway through the week, I'll give you a little sneak peek of where we're at and what kind of food they have here. This is a good buy on the grape tomatoes, $2.49 for members, so SCENE card holders. I am looking for a small salad. Since we're going to be away for a few days, I don't want to buy tons of fresh produce, but I would like to have a salad with supper tonight. So maybe one of these side salads that are marked down would be perfect just for tonight's meal. I'm trying to make a thoughtful decision here. So now I'm looking at salads that are a little bit bigger, but have a bigger markdown. So this one, the Simply Garden salad, would work out to $4.24, and that would give us maybe 2 days worth of sides. And this one, which looks better to me because it's got cheese and bacon, would be $5.58. So $1.30 more, but I've got bacon bits and cheese at home, so I could add those onto this, and that's a more inexpensive option for me. So I am looking at rolls and hamburger buns. We have cold cuts that I'm going to thaw out of the freezer, and we've got lots of hamburgers. We have family coming to stay at the house to dog sit while we are gone for a couple of days. So I do need to get hamburger buns for sure. When we asked them if there was anything special that they wanted, they just said barbecue stuff. So we've got lots of meat and lots of items for on the barbecue, but we don't have lots of buns. And I'm not a great bun maker. We've discovered this. I'm not a great bun maker. These ones look really good. They're hamburger rolls, and they're actually still pretty soft, so those would be $2.69. Oh, these are interesting. I like the look of these. Cheese potato buns. These would be, and they're $2 off. These would be really good for cold cuts. These crusty rolls are 12 in the pack, and they're about the same shape as the hamburger buns. This might be a better option. This is actually a really, really good price. This is a starter kit for pizza, and it comes with 2 shells in it and the sauce. I think I'll get this for them as well. In the spirit of the low spend / pantry purge, I've committed to spending under $5 cash. I did redeem SCENE points this week and some fast fuel coupons. We are going to be away for a few days, and we're having some family stay at the house to dog sit, and they were hoping to be able to do some barbecuing while we were gone. So I wanted to pick up a couple things that would work for them in conjunction with the food that we already have here, because they're not on a low spend and they're doing us a favor. I shopped at 2 places, Foodland and Avery's, which is a farmer's market. I ended up getting this pizza kit for them. It's got 2 doughs in it and the sauce. We have some toppings here. So that was $3.99. They did mention that they would particularly like to barbecue. We've got tons of burgers. So I bought these buns, $4.69 minus $2. So those were $2.69. The handsome one wanted a treat. So these are just treats for the handsome one. $3.99 with a markdown sticker for $2. I am thawing out some cold cuts to have sandwiches. And also the cold cuts can be used for pizza while we're gone. But I got this package of cheese potato buns for $4.99 minus $2. So that's works out to $3.99. And I got this salad. I ended up choosing the garden salad for $8.24 with the $4 off sticker. And I ended up putting back, I was looking at some tomatoes because we are going away. I do not know if they will want tomatoes while we are gone. And the salad does have tomatoes inside of it. So I try to be really thoughtful with what I'm spending, when I'm going to be eating the food, what will get eaten before it goes bad. So you can see here, so all of the charges. I then redeemed $10 worth of scene points, which brought my total to $8.04. And then I used fast fuel coupons to bring the dollar value down to $1.46, which was my cash out of pocket. I then thought, we are getting pretty low on fresh vegetable items. So I picked up, this bag has mushrooms in it. They're actually giant sized mushrooms. Like, look at this mushroom. That is a massive mushroom. Those mushrooms were $1.30. I bought this little bag of jalapeno peppers for $1.44. I got these onions, they were 70 cents, and my grand total at Avery's was $3.44. Oh, this English cucumber, that was within the Foodland. You see here it was $1.49 or $1.50. That was in the Foodland buy. So I feel pretty happy with this. Some of these items we are going to eat before we go, and lots of these items though will be here for our guests. This is the last of the corn chowder for lunch today. Yum. Earlier today, I took this package out of the freezer. This is ham. And this is not ham from the ham that we had for Easter. That was not a huge ham, and we had company. So there was really no leftovers for that, just enough for the soup. So this, I'm going to say, is probably leftover from Christmas time. So we decided we are going to have ham and cheese omelets, and we are going to get some more or use some of these hash brown patties. I've got my eggs whisked. I added in here some little pieces of a leftover tomato, onion, green pepper. I have the pan preheating, and I sprayed it with a little bit of olive oil. Sometimes I put the meat and the cheese right in with the egg mixture, but today I'm not going to do that. I'm making one big omelet instead of 2 separate omelets. We'll split it, but when I flip it over, I will add the cheese and the ham inside, so it will all melt together like a stuffing. I added some spices because I have them and I have access to them now. So I used some 3 onion and some guacamole. I am excited about this. Ham and cheese on, and now I'm going to flip it. I can't do it and hold the phone at the same time. That turned out pretty slick. I'm excited. Ham and cheese omelets with hash browns, salsa on the side. A wrap with cold cuts, cheese, spicy mustard, yellow peppers, tomatoes, and cucumbers. Yummy. For lunch today, we are going to have sandwiches. I thawed some deli meat out of the freezer. So this package has ham on this side and turkey breast on this side. I thawed some pepperoni. So this would be good like for all my sandwiches, but also well, all of this would be good for pizza as well in the future. I'm starting with a spicy mustard, so spread that on the bottom. Got the ham, the turkey, the pepperoni. We don't have tons of fresh vegetable toppings, but I think I might steal a little bit of the lettuce from the salad and use that, and also pickles. I'm adding dill pickled hot peppers, cold cut sandwiches for lunch. Mine has onions and the hot peppers and lettuce, cheese, and this one has all of that except no onions. Oh, I forgot pickles. We'll get a pickle. Instead of in the sandwich, we'll put pickles on the side. Pickles on the side. Yum, yum, yum. This sandwich is absolutely delicious. I'm so glad I decided that we were having these for lunch today. I pulled a big package of chicken thighs out of the freezer. So this is clearing out a big package from there. They're not hugely old, but it's making more space for me, so that's great. We're going to air fry these in the oven and have it with salad. We decided to use lemon pepper since we haven't had that in the last couple of months. I'm very excited. We'll get these cooking, and maybe partway through we'll flip them and put lemon pepper on the other side. Well, these turned out super duper awesome. Woo! Looking good, and they smell really good. Air fried chicken with side salad, and I did add cheese that we had at home and some bacon bits to the side salad. I don't like a lot of sauces myself, so I mostly eat salads plain. The handsome one is going to have this extra virgin olive oil. It is pesto parmesan Italian. He's going to have some of that, and today I might add a little bit of that onto mine. If I'm going to eat any kind of a dressing, it would be an oil-based dressing, but I'm still really fussy with those. The request for the dog sitters was that there's some items to barbecue. I did some digging around in the freezer, and I'm moving some things into the top drawer of the fridge freezer just for ease. I mean, they can have anything they want, but these things in particular are easy barbecue items. There's a bunch of sausages, some steaks, chicken thighs, this little thing, the seasoned pork thing. They could wrap that in tin foil and barbecue it. There's burgers. There's homemade burgers. There's all kinds of stuff. Enjoying a Danish and a latte that I made myself. I got this little frothing wand for Christmas, and I love it. I have certainly got the value out of this. I use it to froth whatever I have, whether it's almond milk, cream, whether I happen to be fortunate enough to have some kind of a flavored sweetener. Like at Christmas time, I think it was a pumpkin flavored silk, so like an almond milk kind of flavor. Anyways, these would be expensive if I was buying them every day or every time I went to town at a coffee shop, whether it's Tim Hortons, that seems to be the go-to place here in Canada, or Starbucks, although you wouldn't get just a regular size at Starbucks. Everything seems like really giant size there, but also giant priced. Anyways, incredibly excited. So if you'll remember, I only paid $2 for the Danishes, and there was 6 in the container. And like, I have so much coffee in this house that I probably won't need to buy coffee for at least a year. Like, I have a lot. Anyways, yeah, so breakfasts don't need to be on the way to work, when you go to town, or lunches, whenever you're having this kind of a treat. This can save you tons of money. Just make your stuff at home. Make it at home. Okay, this is an interesting use of some supplies. So I just made little rolls. It's a piece of turkey, a piece of ham, dill pickles sliced in the middle, and cheese, and then rolled up. So like little meat and cheese rolls. Yum. Very yum. Yummy lunch. Have you been curious of where we went to? We are in sunny Cuba. We flew into Holguin as I'm going to say it was a last minute booking. We only booked the trip about 2 weeks ago. I did have vacation at work, but I was a little bit flexible with when I was able to take that, and I was able to shift the vacation forward about a week, and that allowed us to get a really great deal. And it's been wonderful here. You can see the pool behind me. This is a palm tree. How exciting. I'll share a couple pictures of the beach and some other fun things, and a few pictures of the food. Food insecurity in Cuba is really, really high right now. We were uncertain of what we were going to experience when we arrived, but pleasantly surprised. Everything has been really great. Here at the location that we're at, there has been some shortages on some mix for drinks. There's been some shortages on things like soda, club soda, juices, and there has been no eggs. No eggs, no butter. I can totally live with no eggs. And I did bring a little butter with me. Here we are, lunch buffet at the exclusive sanctuary side. This is open 12:30 to 2:30, I believe. These are cold salads. Lots of options. Desserts, some jello. Coming around the other side, we've got breads. Unfortunately, no butter. Bowls. This is the hot side. Ooh, black beans. It's great. And then there is a make your own pasta station back here. So in the back, there's all kinds of options. You can choose 2 different kinds of pasta. The kind they have today are shells and spaghetti. I'm here at the 24-hour snack bar. It's a little after the lunch rush, so it is a little messy, but this is what is left. Still choices. Desserts. Let's walk around the other side here. Soup. Looks yummy. I love Cuban soup. Black beans, white rice. These are all really good standard options. And oh my goodness, Canadians would like this. This is mashed potatoes topped with melted cheese. Yummy. Crepes with chocolate and bacon. The ketchup I did bring from home. Breakfast. Yum yum. Lunch today is a little salad, starting with cabbage. It's got some peppers, some grated, and I feel like they're marinated carrots, some onions, cucumbers. There's tomatoes underneath. There's 2 little pieces of cheese tucked under there. I've got a piece of pepperoni or salami and a piece of ham and a couple little pieces of lobster. Yum yum.